Hello, everybody, and welcome into January 30th, 2024, Tuesday night. One more day to go in this month, and then we can put January in the books, thank goodness. The Zoom homies are with me with William Dawson, Rich, Josh Kender, who's not here, Greg, Guy, Sin, Vicious, Chris Garrett, and Sam just joined us. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
And Greg.
Howdy.
William, Rich, Josh, and I have been practically on here for the last hour and a half, trying to find a single lost sector in the game that we finally found with about maybe 10 minutes ago before I had to stream. Now, not only did we find it, we beat it. So I want to pat ourselves on the back for that. Let's go look at chat real quick. Tony Wallow was first at 6:58. He says, good evening, OO. See if this is going to come through tonight. And it is. Sam Onefish 26 was second. See if that's going to work. Oh, good, it does. BH Ringer was third with I replaced my rooster with the duck. Now I wake up to the quack of dawn. Sin Vicious like something that I can't pronounce. I can't sound that out and pronounce it, but he doesn't like croissants. I'm getting that out of that. He says, I like something.
Bus nuts.
It's not ringing any bells. German?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the NACHTS kind of gives that away.
The Amish make them.
Do what?
The Amish and the Mennonites make
Oh,
them.
okay. Greg is fifth because he got his new carpet cleaner, and like all of us when we get a new toy, he can't wait to go try it out, so he re-cleaned the carpet. Rick Lake says hello. Hello, Rick. Long Dog's got to go out and forage for food. Personally, I just go out and buy it at a restaurant. I don't forage. He's going to get some hot sauce and share it. And looks like Tony says the audio is normal and that we are milliseconds apart. Yeah, really. I'm thinking about bringing that back. I don't know yet. I need to decide. So, air conditioning heating guy was back out again tonight. He did find there was a mistake made from yesterday. He fixed that, and then he explained how the process works to me. And I have a better understanding now of how this thing works. Great in the summer, sucks in the winter. That's basically the bottom line. Summertime, it's made to be very, very efficient. In wintertime, when it gets below 30 degrees, you can kiss it goodbye because it's basically going to run 24/7. For every degree it drops under 30, you're just kissing money goodbye. So that explains my $300 electrical bill this month. Fortunately, we're getting ready to start February, and I hope we have a decent weather-wise February. And we get into March and April, and the bill starts dropping. Getting the tires put on tomorrow morning at 11 at Costco. Did not go there this morning. We kind of slept over a little bit. Did not get to see Doug live, but I did get to see the replays. And I want to demonstrate for Doug, and hopefully he's watching, that you can actually go into OBS, not YouTube Studio, OBS. You can click on stop the stream, and within 60 seconds you can restart the same stream. But you literally have to do it within 60 seconds. I've not timed it out to know what the exact cutoff is. I do know I'm going to stop the screen. Engrish. I'm going to stop the stream right now. And the buffering should go away. And when we come back to live, I've got the double peace signs up. We are back to live. So that's how you do it in OBS. It looked to me like he was trying to do it in YouTube Studio. But I might have been mistaken because I seen him being in the studio, and I did not even go near the studio. I would like to be able to set that up and demonstrate it one day live so that you get it, but you can pause it. I don't think you
Didn't
can
he
go
have
much.
Didn't he have the same symptom a couple weeks ago?
I
Something
don't
about
remember.
the cable in his area. Everybody was buffering, and right away today, there were
Yeah,
people on it saying,
he had
"I'm
he had
buffering, you're buffering." You know, and it was
well
like
see
55 frames a second or something. He was
I,
losing.
right, that's what he said. But you know what? While he said he was buffering and other people said he was buffering, I was not having buffering on Brave browser. There was no buffering whatsoever. Um, so I don't know, but I know he
Then he
mentioned
dropped it and he picked it back up somehow
yeah,
and did like what 18 more seconds or something like that.
yeah,
While it lasted.
under a minute, yeah. Um, and then he never came back because I really was expecting after the short portion of that he was going to come back for a part 3, but he did not.
I didn't understand what he was doing today.
Buffering.
I thought
He
what
was
he was
buffering.
doing was making him buffer.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he knows what he was doing to make him buffer. I mean, I don't intentionally go try to find things that's going to make me buffer. When I buffer,
I
it
don't
just
know.
buffers. But I do know that, as I just proved, you can actually stop the stream through OBS. Maybe when we get closer to the 30 minutes, I might let it run a little longer, and I'll start a stopwatch just to run a couple of real quick tests just to see how long we can go. I don't know. We will see.
You know, is the internet more busy at 9 o'clock in the morning than 9 o'clock at night?
Probably all the
Probably,
corporations are
yeah. I
online.
mean, sure. And that's a good point. He's 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time, and that's a good point to bring up. That it's possible that across the United States, 9 a.m., 10, 11, and 12, it could very well be really, really, really tied up.
Don't people trade stocks like that?
That
Yeah,
question reminds me of the dial-up days, trying to get online about 9 o'clock at night.
rather
Bang,
rough, wasn't
bang.
it?
It'll be busy signal when you dial. You hear it through the modem. Meh, meh.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the good old dial-up days. Well, that was fun.
No, it wasn't.
Kind of saying that tongue in cheek, if you know what I
and
mean.
and war games, that was pretty good. That he was able to
That's a good movie. I
find
like
stuff.
War Games. That's another one I can watch a couple times a year, and it doesn't really bother me.
Just because it's Matthew Broderick.
Yep.
I used a local internet provider, no AOL crap or nothing like that. They built computer. It was a computer store. They had their own in-house server that they custom built.
So here's the $1,000,000 question. Was that his first major hit? And I don't know.
Well,
If it
what was
was
the
or
other
not.
one he did?
He did
I've seen
another
a
one
lot of
about
times.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, that one.
That was a good movie too. But what was first, Ferris Bueller's Day Off or the other one we were just talking about, War Games?
I think War Games was first. It's like
83
early
War Games.
80s.
You are correct. Ferris
It's
Bueller's
like
Day Off was
early
1986. Yeah. And then he did The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey, which was okay. So I don't see anything prior to 83. So maybe War Games was his breakout movie. Project X was the one about the monkeys in space flight. 1988, Biloxi Blues. I don't remember that one. 83, Max Duggan returns. So we still have 2 in 83. Again, not seeing anything prior. Oh, 1983. That was 10 years earlier than 93. I don't think he was a star then. 89, he started one called Family Business. I don't remember that. Yeah, but I like him as an actor. I think he's pretty good. Well, my team came back and won by 6 points. They were up 15, then they were down, then they come back to win by 6. That's amazing. I actually figured they'd lose their 4th game in a row. So, chat's rather slow tonight. I'm going to refresh just to see if I have any likes. And 9 people watching. And I currently have 3 likes. So that's 30%, 33%. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Kind of a slow night. I will not be able to see Doug tomorrow because the appointment for the tires is 11 a.m. my time. Unless they get miracle work done and get it done in under an hour and I can get home. Oh, my legs. My legs are really heavy from changing that tire yesterday.
Make that 4 now.
What, 4 now? That I said about my legs or what?
No, the likes.
Oh, okay. Got the taxes done. We'll discuss that after the stream ends. Got to make a couple phone calls to get a couple things verified on that. Up to 6. 10 watching and 6. That's pretty good. Greg, your like brought in... oh, lost one. Was 10. Now it's 9. People come and people go. It happens. Anybody got anything that... Now, my screen didn't buffer, but it blinked. Interesting. The chat actually blinked. That was almost if it was doing a refresh. But it didn't hit the refresh button. It's almost like that's what it was doing. We're looking at 43, 49, 49, 52. Ooh, 52 on Saturday. 50, 45. And we're back into the low for 20s next Tuesday and Wednesday. But yeah, I really am hoping February is going to be a very mild month. Well, but that means March, we probably get 10 feet of snow and we have blizzards again. No Skiman yet tonight. Not in chat, nor in Zoom. Hope he's all right.
Once a kid, I had no patience for gardening.
I really ain't got anything.
Now I have the ability to grow things. And
I'm gonna try to get to bed at a decent hour so I can get up. They asked
Is
Mrs.
that
K.
Kay talking? Thought I heard
Nope.
Miss Kay talking.
Nope, she's in there watching a Korean zombie movie. I didn't know who was talking. I heard somebody, but I don't know who it was. And she's not here on her phone, so
It might be the Korean zombie.
could be. Yeah, they texted at 5:15 and wanted to know if she would work and they would pay the bonus, and she said no. Then they texted at 6:20 and asked could she work 6 to 10, and they would pay the bonus, and she said no again. And I told her if they ask again, tell them sure you'll work tonight 6 to 10, and the bonus, and you get off Saturday and Sunday, which they're not going to do. She was telling me about it today, and it's worse than I can imagine. And she's tired. She is worn out. They don't staff it properly. They don't have the right nursing staff there. It's just horrible.
Why don't the
So,
person that does the texting, why don't they work?
the one guy does, but he, how do I want to put this? He's there physically clocked in, but as far as doing actual work goes, rumor has it he doesn't do a whole lot.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not witnessing it. I have no clue. She said they had a nurse. Last day was yesterday, and the nurse told them because you cannot staff this building. I'm tired of doing 4 people's jobs and only being paid for one person's job, and you can't blame her. I certainly wouldn't blame her. I think Mrs. K is finally realizing that as long as she gets the job of 2 people's done, they're not ever going to hire that second person. So I think she's slowly cutting back and making it that they're going to have to hire somebody, whether they like it or not. Holy cow, I don't know what language that's in.
The problem is they're not going to do it without going tooth and nail.
No, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you about 2 weeks ago she was training a young lady to work. That young lady no longer is at the facility. When she was being trained, there was two of them. When she got out of training, they put her by herself, and she left. She just absolutely left. You can't blame them. I mean, just you can possibly go find a job elsewhere now, like it used to be. Back in the,
What-
go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just heard today it's under unemployment is under 4%.
No, I haven't heard anything. Of course, I didn't do a whole lot today either. Um, I'm gonna try something here.
But is that including people who are not looking for work anymore?
Probably not.
So that's gotten better or it's gotten worse?
Probably worse. In reality, if they're not including the number all across the board.
Well, it went up after COVID. It was like 10%. So under 4% is an improvement.
Well, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
And there's stuff still going around too. I mean, it's not just a regular it's flu like it used to be. I mean, it's gotten worse since COVID. Their stuff gets worse.
It doesn't take much time for that thing to mutate.
Nowadays, you got flu A, flu B. I don't know what. I don't understand all that.
That makes two of us, Chris.
It reminds me of the movie Dramas Stand.
Could be just a thing to get money or whatever.
Well, yeah. We can talk about that after the stream ends too, as well. No doubt. Okay, so I gotta write this down before I forget. I've been meaning to do this, and I finally took the time to do it. And I got to write it down because I will never remember it. Okay, got it. Just scribbled my doctor's note handwriting so that I can look that up later today, tomorrow, maybe. Flu F, or flu FO. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of strains, different variants.
Well, it was on your
Thirsty.
show that I heard about the X virus first.
On the after stream show, was it not?
Probably.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on it yet, but
As a general rule, I mean, as long as I think we don't say the actual word, I don't think YouTube's going to say anything. The couple things that I tend to steer everyone away from and don't want to talk about live is the C word. That's one of the prohibited words from YouTube, and politics, because both of those will have people at each other's throats in a matter of moments. We all have different ways of looking at things. Not all of us vote the same way, and not all of us look at things the same way. The good thing is we all are mature, grown adults, except for Joshy, and we're not sure about him. And we generally get through it. So I don't know if the C word will ever be authorized or not to say on live streaming or not. I'm still flabbergasted that you cannot use that one word in the first 7 minutes of your live stream, but after that, it's okay. You can say it as many times as you want. And apparently a lot of people do, from what Long Dog was saying in chat the other night. I'm not going to test that either. I mean, after all, I have a reputation to maintain. Nothing? Nothing from Greg even? I'm
I told
eating, don't bother me.
That's right, I'm eating.
What are you having tonight, Greg?
8 pieces of breakfast sausage, corned beef hash with lots of ketchup on it, and a small salad.
Links or patties?
Links.
Okay. The corned beef hash actually sounds very good. I haven't had any of that in probably 3 or 4 years, maybe longer. I like corned beef hash.
It's over $3 a can now.
Well, everything's expensive now. I mean, just it's ridiculous how things are.
We
We
used to
made it.
have corned beef hash with potatoes.
Yeah, but doesn't it have it? Doesn't corned beef hash already have potatoes in it?
Yeah.
I thought.
It's called, now that it's gone up, the price is called corned beef hash.
Yeah. Okay, so I have. Are there 2 things in chat somewhere I'm not aware of? Oh, okay, Greg's putting a. Oh, okay. Is that for you or for me as far as the forecast goes?
For you.
For Feb?
Mm-hmm. Look up the top, it says Greenwood IM.
Yep. Yeah, I see that now. 55 on Thursday? Man, that's nice. No wonder my golf partner called me 3 times today and wanted to make sure I'm playing golf on Thursday. Oh, I see the dreaded snow, rain at the end of the month, though. I don't like that. Well, that's not bad, though. That overall, that month looks very, very, very good for us. Now, I'll go to this one. Hello, Jeff.
Good evening.
Jeff joins us out of Las Vegas or Las Vegas or
Whatever the hell it is.
Oh, the land of sin. Take your choice.
Where is Joshy tonight?
He was here earlier. He said he would be back in time for the stream. He probably, more than likely, is getting food or popcorn or both. Food and popcorn.
So if I remember correctly, Las Vegas prohibits any kind of prostitution.
Prostitution is legal in Nevada by county option, except in Clark County where Las Vegas is and whatever county Reno's in.
Yes, and nobody, and I mean nobody, walks the streets in Las Vegas as a prostitute. They are so afraid of that law.
But where'd you go?
Yeah, what world do you live in?
Thought you were home.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
There he is. He reached in the video.
What did he do? Wave into the camera?
No, he just reached over at something and Joshy. He's probably talking and he got his camera off.
He might. Well, no, there he is. His camera's actually on. I don't know if his speakers are on. Josh, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right. Well, we've been wondering where you've been. Now we can start the show.
My camera was on.
Yeah, we know.
Not like you guys can really beam up anyway. It was in the boat.
Well, you got your virtual background on, so we've seen your virtual background the whole time.
Yeah.
You can turn. If you turn the camera off in Zoom by stopping the video, then it does bring up your your profile picture.
Yeah.
And then if you turn it back on,
It
it has your background. So if I were to walk out of the picture, it would show the background. So, well, and the
Some reason
background.
people were moving around, but I'm in the same place.
Oh, the people in Josh's picture were moving
No,
around?
the people on my Zoom screen was moving around, but I'm in the same. Me and William are in the same place.
You guys are in the lower corners, right? He's upper left, you're lower right?
I'm at Williams first. I'm in the middle, and Greg's last row. Then Sin, then Sam, then Jeff, then Josh, then Ken, then
No. You and William are in opposite corners.
Yeah, according to mine, you're right. They're Williams upper left, Chris is lower right. Sin
Yep.
is upper right,
But
Josh
I'm
is lower
different on
left.
mine though. It's different on mine.
It is
Well,
different usually. Yeah,
Things are strange in Georgia, you know.
things are strange in Zoom too. I mean, it's just
Well, I guess it's kind of like Australia that the toilets flushes the opposite way.
what in
Well,
Georgia or
No,
Alabama?
Australia.
Oh, Australia.
It goes the opposite way.
Never
I'll say
been.
mine flushes down. I didn't. Does yours flush up?
Mine flushes down.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go over there just to test that out. And if you can't
In
drive,
the
then
airplane, when you're in the airplane and you flush the toilet, where does it go?
turns into
You ever
little
heard
ice
of
crystals
blue
on its way to
ice?
the earth.
Ever seen blue ice falling out of the sky?
Huh.
Yep.
Goes in your vegetable garden.
Speaking of that, my cousins have got a pool and it's out in the open, and they get some kind of, well, they used to get some kind of film around a liner, and the pool people told them that it was airplane fuel.
Hmm.
Because you can't see it, but it falls.
Huh. I don't know why an airplane would be dropping fuel.
Well,
it's
I
an
mean, it
emergency.
just comes out in the, I mean, it's comes out in the air, you know, it comes out of cars and all. You don't
Sometimes
see it,
they
but
dump fuel when they have to make an emergency landing and they haven't flown
Yeah.
very far.
Right, right.
well, they might be dumping a little bit of fuel flying from like wherever to Atlanta, flying over, because we're usually they go over us going toward Atlanta.
Yeah, I can't see them dumping
lot.
fuel though, Chris, just to be dumping it because of the cost of fuel itself. If it's an
Well, we're
emergency
130
landing,
We're only like 130 miles by land to Atlanta, but by air, it might not be, it's probably not as far.
is that straight line 130 or is that
That's straight
highway?
line.
Straight
That's
line?
highway mile, 130 miles.
Okay.
You know who dropped a nuclear bomb on South Carolina?
I didn't know one was dropped on South Carolina.
Yeah. It came loose from Iraq, fell out of the plane.
The what?
Didn't go off.
South Carolina is one of the best states to retire in. Now I'm gonna have to think that over now.
That was what, in the 60s sometime?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, SAC lost a bomb out of a plane.
That's funny. Not what you just said. I'm looking at something, and you remember my number of subscribers from a couple days ago? That was Mrs. K's gross pay for last week's pay period. That is funny, actually. Kind
Well,
of scary
you-
too, though.
you're showing 668 right now, and I just went into YouTube.
Yep, it's staying pretty consistent last couple of days, which is good. Kind of taking a different approach to things right now. I suppose. Oh, I've got 10 watching, 7 likes, 70%. That's good. I need to get everybody's thoughts on if I were to start an hour later, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I know that's going to affect William and Rich and Sam and Josh and Chris and me. How do you guys feel about that?
I
All
wouldn't have a
across the
problem.
board, not just you guys that I named, but across the board.
I wouldn't have a problem.
Hello, Josephina.
that's the way
Josephina,
we used to do it at 10.
I used to stream at 10 when I was in Illinois, but that was Illinois time, which would have been 11 you guys' time. Because we're now, right now in Illinois, it's 8:32. Central Standard Time, it's 8:32. Now, I could look up at the clocks and see that, but no, dumb me. I gotta look at the computer
you're-
clock.
Eastern and Indianapolis?
Yes, we are Eastern.
Okay.
6 counties north up around Chicago and 6 counties down around Evansville are on Eastern Standard Time.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
I've never figured that out, but
Yeah,
That's-
if you know where Alabama is, they're in Central Time already.
really, Alabama? Parts of Alabama are in Central?
The
Yep.
whole state, Alabama, is between Georgia.
Oh
and
yeah,
Alabama.
because of the way the line would. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then up to parts of Tennessee, the western part of Tennessee is
Actually, even some of the east, I lived in Oak Ridge, which is near Knoxville. And if we went to Interstate 40 and started west, we crossed the time zone line pretty quickly. We had
Yeah,
folks
it's-
that worked in Oak Ridge who lived in Central Time.
it's kind of between Nashville and Knoxville.
Much closer to Knoxville, very much closer.
Yeah. Then it goes down kind of in a
It's trying to think it.
Chattanooga would be an eastern because the
Yeah.
way the line goes.
The time, if you're on Interstate 40, the time zone line is between two places, I think, called Kingston and Rockwood, if memory serves. It's been a
That's
long time
interesting.
since I passed that line, but I think I'm correct.
Matthew Camp says Middle and Western Tennessee or Central Eastern Tennessee is Eastern Time Zone. That would be confusing. That would in the same state, man. That would be definitely
but,
confusing.
As I said, there were some folks who lived in Central Time who worked where I did, which was in Eastern Time.
Right. Yes,
So
Josh, you
that
have
was
your
kind
hand.
of screwy and getting
Oh
to
yeah.
work and the kids to school and
Yeah.
whatnot, have to cross the time zone line. Yeah, the Eastern sort of sneaks out towards the west to encompass a lot of Indiana.
Yeah. So Josh, you had your
You
hand
said-
raised.
The two corners.
What were you saying? What did you ask everybody? I didn't hear you.
I said I'm thinking about moving the stream back from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, everybody-
It doesn't matter to me.
getting everybody's input on it.
It doesn't matter.
I'm good with
Greg
it.
says the
Actually
government,
makes-
it's critical. The government says so.
Yeah, it makes it a little better for me, but it's going to
Right, it's good. Yeah, I have given it a lot of thought, and it's going to benefit the West Coast people the most because that gives you guys an extra hour instead of 6. It'll be 7. And I'm going to experiment with it
but
at
I'm
least-
good whatever you do. So
at
Oh,
least
I
for
see Oak-
15
I
days.
see Oak Ridge on the map. So
Um,
it is.
I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you want to join us on the Zoom after the stream, kstout000m@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I'll get you the credentials. We'll get you on the panel, and hopefully we'll see you here on a live stream some night. If not, we'll see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock tomorrow night because it's the last day of January. I plan on doing the new stream starting in February. Other than that, thank you for being here. Hope to see you on Zoom sometime.
It's still playing out.
It
I was
ended-
looking at the time zones on the National Institute of Standards website, and they tell me my computer clock is off by 96 1,000ths of a second.
Oh my goodness, how do you live with that? So we are live again. I did one more time want to demonstrate that you can stop the stream, and on OBS you can restart the stream and it will be live. And I did that sort of kind of on accident and sort of kind of on purpose because I forgot to thank the one person that I need to mention every night to stay in his good graces, and that is Chris Garrett over there in Alabama. Got to make him happy.
I didn't say nothing in chat though.
I'm just picking on you, Chris. I'm poking fun at Greg. All right. So.
You better not be.
Oh, and now you're back. I can finally. Are you leaving again?
No, I'm looking for my sweatshirt.
You're confused. You're holding.
He's looking for his
confused.
phone.
All right. Good night, everybody, and thank you, Greg. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Sin. William, Sam, Joshy, and Rich, I will end it for real this time by hitting said stop.